After you have assigned any projects that you want your students to work on, when you go back to your Assignments tab, you will be able to see the list of what's been assigned, the due date, as well as how many of your students have turned it in. When you would like to go and look at these assignments for grading and feedback, simply click on the assignment that you would like to grade, and it's going to show you a list of how many students need to be graded still and how many you have already graded. So here this is telling me that I still need to grade 3 students. I also have a visual indication of which students did not turn it in and which students have turned it in. From here, I'm able to click on the plus button to open up a field where I can provide feedback and where I can also enter a student's grade. If I'd like to see the work that I've already graded, I can click the Graded tab from up top and see that I have looked through all 3 students' work and I have returned it. If I need a refresher, I can click on the status, and this will open up and show me the students' work as well as the feedback that I've given them. So let's look at this from the beginning. Under my Items to Grade tab, I can see that I have one student who turned in work. If I would like to review that person's work, I would click on their name and it would open up the work that they have submitted. So here is a drop-down list of all of my students. And this will show me which student I'm on, and it will also allow me to scroll through all of my students' work right here without having to open and close all of these documents. So I can sit here and I can read through all of my students' work, and then I can provide feedback right here. I can give them a point value, and then I can return it to the student, and it will show up in their list. If I would like to go to the next student's work, I can click on the student drop-down list and select a new student's name, and I will be able to scroll right to that next student, and I can look at their work, I can continue providing feedback, and I can assign any points value. When I click the Close button, it's going to bring me back to my list of assignments and the grading features. So I've returned one of the students' work, and I still see that a few students have not turned anything in. I can toggle open the feedback field and provide some information to give to that student. Click the return button, and it's going to submit that feedback right to my student. When I click the back button, it's going to bring me back to all of the assignments in my list, and I can continue grading these right through this feature. Again, here you're going to see a list of all of my students and who has returned it. When I go through, I can click on Turned In Again. I can look at all of the students' work. I can enter feedback, and I can continue by scrolling through the list of students, and it will open up the next document. The nice feature about this is that it lets you stay in the same place and almost go through it like you would a stack of papers. So you can keep working through all of your assignments by going back and forth in between your assignment list and the ones that you would like to go grade. The Grades tab is next to the Assignments tab up top in your General channel, and this is going to be the place that it gives you an overview of the grades that your students have received. When you click on the grades list, it will give you a list of all of the students that you have in the class, as well as a list of all of the assignments. Here is a nice overview of being able to see who's turned work in, who might need to still finish work, and any grades that you might have assigned to them. As you work in teams, your assignment list might grow pretty long, and you might want a bigger overview of your grades. If you ever want to expand this view because you can't see everything in one screen, if you click on this arrow Expand tab in the top right corner, it will open it up into a full screen mode. That way you can get a better overview. When you're finished, just toggle that Expand screen back off and it will bring you into your regular view. When you scroll over any of the assignments that the student have turned in, you might notice that there's the More Options button right next to that. So if you click on that More Options button, it's going to let you either open the student work right from here or to return it to them. Once you've clicked on the Return button, it's going to change from Turned In to Returned, meaning now the student has gotten an alert from you that tells them that they might need to do some more work. So the assignments feature and the grades feature go hand in hand with each other, and it's a really quick and easy way for you to be able to go through all of the work that your students have submitted to you right in one space.